Sciatic symptoms are very, very annoying. It basically can feel like a sharp electric pain shooting down the body and can actually turn into numbness over time if ignored. Now, sciatica, there's true sciatica, and then there's something called a sciatic impingement. True sciatica can only be treated by a doctor or a surgeon because it's likely affecting the nerves coming directly out of the back. And nerve damage, you really can't do much with. Nerve impingement, however, is when a particular muscle or anatomical feature in the body is actually impinging that nerve, holding that nerve into place and creating these symptoms. Sciatic nerve is freaking huge. It's the size of your pinky, okay? My name is Krista, and I am a massage therapist who specializes in therapeutic body work, and I have treated many, many clients with sciatic symptoms over the years with a very high success rate. Now, a few things that we can do in this series of 3 is I will be walking you through some of the homework that I give my own clients to try to help maintain the work that we go through. The first thing that you need to bear in mind is the anatomical characteristics of the pelvis itself. What can happen with sciatic impingement is that there is a muscle called your piriformis, and it actually wraps around the back of your hip. It's fairly close to the surface. It's what's known as a superior muscle, meaning it's a little high. And basically what it can do, if it is your glutes are underdeveloped and your hip flexors are overdeveloped, is it will actually shorten and tighten and grab that sciatic nerve. And I know from personal experience, it's very, very painful. Now, the way that the pelvis moves weight is a very large indicator on how that could potentially happen. The front of your pelvis is actually made to hold weight and move force through. The back of your pelvis is actually meant to be mobile to help you create each gait step. Now, what tends to happen in our world of sitting in chairs, sitting in cars, sitting at desks, is that we tend to lean on the back of that pelvis, and that back starts taking over for that. So if you have low back pain, if you have sciatic, chances are the back of your pelvis is actually doing the heavy working. Things that you can do to work through this. The first one is an unpopular thing to say because we are in a very toxic diet, body image oriented environment, but losing weight. Now, it also depends on your body type as to how the weight is being distributed through that pelvis. And losing weight is a relative term just because there's weight loss and then there is gaining strength, and muscle does weigh more than fat. So basically getting on a strength training program or changing your strength training program to particularly address your glutes will absolutely help that piriformis muscle lengthen and take the pressure off the sciatic nerve. The second thing is, what do you do? What are your movement habits? Are you on an exercise program right now? Another unpopular thing that I'm about to say is that if you are a runner, unfortunately, running is probably greatly contributing and may have caused the problem. The reason behind it is running is fantastic. It's a good cardiovascular workout, and our body is not made to run on concrete and asphalt. It is very high impact, and it can move up those movement pathways of the body, and especially again, if the weight is in the back, will grab and shorten. Most of my clients that come to me with sciatic symptoms are avid runners. Now, you don't need to necessarily stop running. It really depends on how big the pain is and how far it's gone. What I do recommend is changing your surface. Don't run on the road, okay? Run on grass. Even maybe consider trail running. Now, take it slow because it's kind of a obstacle course with rocks and trees, branches, and tree, roots and whatnot. But that softer surface will absolutely be advantageous for you to be able to continue that love of running while not further injuring your body or bringing it into a deeper muscular imbalance. The third thing that I would recommend is changing up your movement habits. Maybe consider a strength training program, something that is low impact. Weight training, maybe even weight training under a certified professional. The movement world can be a little up in the air in terms of knowledge base. So if you choose to go a professional route, ask the person, what is their history with working with these symptoms? What muscle groups do they intend and target? Do they muscle test you? Do they test your strength in various directions? That's a sign of someone who knows what they're doing. Another thing you could do is come to somebody like me, a massage therapist. I am a very good complement to a program like this. And I say that to all of my clients. Massage can temporarily create change in the body. It will not create permanent change if you continue to move the way that you've been moving, because that's what your body knows. That's what it does. If you are in a professional environment and you sit all day, maybe consider investing in a standing desk. Amazon, you can get one for $100. It's a little add-on. You stick it on, you can move it up and down, no problem. And just that alone can change your energy levels and cut down on those symptoms. So I really, really recommend those three things. In the next couple of videos, we will be exploring some things that you can do at home in terms of body work and movement that could potentially help relieve you of your symptoms. Okay, thanks.